Namaste, beloveds. This is Motherhood Wisdom, and also known as Valerie Ames. And this is once again, a ding dang doozy of a video, okay? I have not gotten to what I'm going to name this video, although I can tell you this video is coming from the wolf spirit in me, so I can do no less than mention Spirit of White Wolf. Um, One of my Native American guides is a white wolf, and let me just give it to you. Okay. So yesterday, my girl Laurel, who does my waxing and my nails, my beautiful nails, she did gel nails because I'm a hot mess. I'll mess them up, you know. And so she did the gel for me, and I wanted a shimmering gold kind of feel because I had a gold bracelet on it, whatever. But that's what I got. And so Laurel knows I am an introvert. She knows that I have been, how can I say, celibate for over 20 years, and I haven't been dating and so forth and so on. And she sees me as this older, sexy mama, that isn't investing in her sexiness the way she should be, isn't enjoying herself, her divine feminine energies the way she should be. And so Laurel is, I love you, Laurel. I'm just going to say L from now on. I didn't mean to put your name out there and put your business out there like that. But anyway, Laurel is of the free love um generation. She reminds me of she's such a hippie with that. She's just a love child. She's a love fest. She's a love heathen, whatever you want to call it. She's just free that way. And I don't judge her. Once upon a time I did, but I don't anymore because there is no one specific way to be, that's judgmental. I'm one expression of the divine. I don't get to say what the others are. We're all here, so we're all expressions of the divine, learning to master ourselves as as a divine expression. So we're here to perfect our own understanding of what our path and what our design is meant to express, and what we are to get from that. We manifest that, we design that, we fill that up within ourselves. Um, we co-write it and we co-design it, and we give life to it in the way that we live. And it's passed on as legacies, and it's passed on as genetic codes until we re-emerge again in the DNA gene pool, so to speak. Let me get to it. Let me just turn this off. I have meditation music on, and it is not the right time right now. Okay. Grounding. I went with Laurel yesterday. We went to lunch before she did me. And did me. And she sprung something on me. She says, "I'm bringing a friend." And I'm like, "What? Girl, I don't be talking to nobody. What you mean you bringing a friend? And you ain't asked me. And what you mean you bringing a friend? Oh, you will like him. Him? And parts of me were just tripping the hell out. And I had to be like, what the hell is going on with this? And I'm like, okay, Mom, I'm just going to let it unfold. I'm just going to let it unfold. I'm just going to go with the flow and just let whatever this is be what it is. And I got there, and the gentleman's name was Peter, and he was Laurel's friend, okay? But his conversation was divine. I'll put it that way. It was divine. And I understand divine intervention when I come across it because it has a certain feel to it. And I've encountered it enough to know, uh-huh, that's what that is. That's what this is. So listen with more than just your ears. And so I listened, and what came forth to listen was a spirit of white wolf, who is, like I said, that's that wolf energy. That that's that grandma wolf. And she came forward to listen and to observe everything that was happening in that now moment. And as other parts of me were contributing to the conversation and participating, and other parts were freaking out, and I'm looking at Laurel, and she's just in like, I told you, I knew you, I told you you would like it, I told you, got your drawers wet, didn't I? And I'm like, um we don't act like that in public, okay? And she's like, whatever, and just was Laurel. And I'm like, okay. And then I realized some things as we all three were having this conversation. And that is, damn, I really detached myself from the freaking world. I did. And I'm just seeing that now. And it took this experience to show me just how disconnected I was. I am. Not I was. I am. Okay? And I realized that was the best I could do for myself in that moment, because I didn't realize who I am, what I'm capable of, the strength that I carry, the strength that carries me, the strength and the presence that goes out before I even enter a room or leave it, or is still there when I leave it. It's not me, it's of me. I'm the vehicle for it. But I've got to claim the vehicle. I'm not detached from this vehicle. And that is what I have been doing for these years. I've been here, but not here, so to speak. I've been multiversing it in my head and working things out and being and letting a lesser version of myself survive in this world. One that is aware but detached. She sees it as something outside of herself because she knows she doesn't belong inside of it. And My aunt called me yesterday, the one that got out of the hospital. So she called right before I was getting ready to walk out the door. And so I was late going, going down there. And so Laurel knocked on the door and everything and told her I would be down. And so I didn't tell her I was on the phone. So when I got down to the car and I met Peter and everything, and I let them know that, my aunt had called and she had just got out of the hospital and, I needed to reassure her and give her some love and love her up because that's what she needed. She was feeling really alone and just needed to hear my voice. And I'm used to that from family, and they'll call me and cuss me out. Why ain't you called me? And they know how I am, and so they accept it. They cuss me out, but they know how I am. My daughter just did the same thing. But anyway, this this man that I just met, this stranger, asked me with deep concern and sincerity how my aunt was doing and how the whole situation was going and if she was okay now. And he was genuinely interested. It was not just blah, 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 blah. It wasn't just conversation that he thought he had to make in order to fit in. He did not know me. He did not know my aunt, but he was present enough. And that energy made my ears pick up because that's something I haven't been around in a while. Most human beings that I encounter are more into their own selves and their own worlds and their own thoughts and their own, and if they do ask you something, for them is courtesy, it's programming, it's what polite society does. This chit chat kind of stuff that means absolutely nothing other than, well, I got that out the way. I was polite. I did what was expected of me. You know, I don't want that. That don't mean diddly squat to me. You can keep that. You can keep that. Keep it. It's not cute. It's not pretty. It's nothingness. It doesn't mean anything. It's not coming from your heart. It's not even coming from your soul. You don't even give a damn. You're just mouthing words because that's what you've been trained to do. And I realized, hmm, and I took note that, somebody I'm really even giving my attention to hasn't even asked me how my aunt is doing. Hmm. And so I went on with lunch, and the gentleman told me, we were just having such a beautiful conversation. And some of the things that he said was triggering some things, but I was cool. And then he got on the feminine divine, and I'm like, okay, you know what you're doing. You speaking my language on purpose now. And that's when I knew, like I said, the instincts that was telling me to perk my ears up, that this is divine, this is a vessel being used to speak to you about your current situation that you asked about. Pay attention. And so I did. I was me, my wolf self, you know, back shadowing, but hella observant. Hella observant. Each blink of your eye, you might not see me looking, but you better damn believe I'm taking note, baby, of everything, because that's who I am and how I am. That's how I reflect. That's how I am comfortable in my own skin. Okay? And like I said, the more that this man was talking, the more of his wolf energy I sensed and could feel. And I also got the understanding and understanding that he wanted me to get it, to see it. And he knew that he was being used as a vessel while he was doing it. And that just like, boom. And so I got back last night and I started just thinking about things. And a conversation with grandfather popped into my head. And in that we were talking about um the Vin Diesel movie, the Riddick Chronicles, and how, when Vin Diesel had took over that world and he stayed there for a while and then he left because they was ready to kill his ass. And he said to himself, I got civilized. I got too comfortable. And that's when it dawned on me. You've detached and you've gotten too comfortable in that cut, laying in that cut of being detached and just observing. This is your world. You really gonna have somebody shut you up in the cave? You really gonna have ideology and principles and bullshit? Have you go retreat into a cave? You know how the dogs and the wolves will turn their head like, really? And then those within who will not allow me ever to forget that they exist and have existed before. Reminded me, do you know who the fuck you are? Inside this now moment, with your infinite intelligence and all this shit you've been. What you have been allowing is for other people to do your work for you. While you stay back in the cut, being submissive, being quiet, watching everything unfold, but you're not a part of it. You're just witnessing it. You can't touch it. You can't feel it. It don't touch you. It don't feel you. It don't even talk to you. You're not an individual there. You're not a goddess there. You're not seen. You're a vehicle to be used. You've been talking about pimps and hoes. Why you been being hoed? By an ancient pimp, baby. The patriarchal system If you think I'm talking about an individual human man, you don't know who you're talking to. You really don't know who you're talking to and dealing with. I keep saying I speak in metaphors for a reason. Most don't hear me. But that's okay. If you don't hear me, you're going to feel me. Watch what I tell you. Because the changes that are coming, they're on you. And you can't say, I didn't know, I didn't know. Oh, yes, the hell you did. You chose to detach. You chose the patriarchal matrix hologram system over the one that you are supposed to co-create and manifest. It's easier. Oh, you want to be the leader? You want to make all the decisions? You want to do it? Okay. Give you some of the money. Give you some of the money I earn. It's called taxes. Pay tithes. And you're going to take care of everything for me. Okay. Okay. You're going to take care of my family. And you're going to take care of this. And you're going to take care of that. You do it. Yep. 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 You and God. You and God. You take care of it all. I don't have to do nothing. But stay in my damn cave and observe. 2213. It was a wake up for me. And I understand that this Venus retrograde has a lot to do with it. I'm a Taurus and Venus rules me. It's just that simple. So I've can hear people saying, Valerie, you're just going through the wave of the retrograde and you're riding what's coming up, and it doesn't actually have to be a wave. It could just be the surf or just the waters, forming and getting ready to make the wave. Uh-huh. I've been in the cave long enough. I've been creating images that are truly not me. Trying to be something that someone else, a collective someone else, thinks I should be. Soft, submissive, quiet, spiritual, but not overtly so. And if I have spiritual messages, I'm supposed to let the man speak and use them and all of that. And it's not really coming from me at all. And who am I to get upset about that, right? I should come listen to you spit out my words. I'm good. Like I said, that alpha wolf energy showed me all I needed to see. That I have been missing because I've been blinded up in my cave with my po me mentality, energy. I was a bad mama. I couldn't even live with my daughter. I had to leave California and leave my grandbabies. I was in this unrequited romance with blah, 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 and blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah before that. And here I am now in this with blah, 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 And it's the same bullshit. So, what are you learning, Valerie? Valerie is learning. Valerie is an alpha female. Valerie needs an alpha male who runs the pack the way she does, that sees family and those that you love as the most important thing besides breathing, and will do whatever it takes to make sure that they are safe and warm and fed. That's the wolf family. That's who wolf is. Divinely so. And no, they don't back down. And no, the only time they even will allow themselves to be less than is because they love a human or love you enough to not be as wild, to be gentler with you. It's a wisdom. It's an instinct. But you flip that instinct, you better move. You better duck, bob, and weave, baby. Because your ass about to get bit. This, for me, I haven't had this conversation with anybody. This is the first time it's coming up, but I felt the need to do it, and I'm going with that need to speak, to be, to feel what I'm feeling, to no longer, oh, what is somebody so and so gonna feel if I say this or think that or do this or do that, or will that affect the so-called relationship? What fucking relationship? Friendship. One-sided friendship. Self-serving friendship. But what about me? What about you? What you allow is what you get. Hmm. I have forgotten what alpha males, a real one, is all about. It's never about itself. Even though it was a lot of that. It was a lot of that in the conversation as well. It was a lot. It made me realize a few things that I've been giving my attention to certain things, putting more importance on those things because of the coming Jubilee, and not really being one-sided is what I'll say. Just being one-sided, seeing things through limited vision, very limited, very limited, very limited. And the conversation helped me to understand that a lot of us have these preconceived notions of what things are supposed to be. Men, women, relationships, friendships, all of that. And sometimes we exist in our own heads with these beings, and the reality in our heads is not the reality of their hearts. Just because in your heart you are experiencing the energies one way doesn't mean the other person is experiencing the same way you are. Doesn't mean that if you wait and wait for them to get it, that they're going to get it. Doesn't mean because you feel that you're karmically tied to this individual or this situation that you have to stay in it if it's making you suffer. You don't have to suffer for nobody, baby. That's a choice. That's a choice. And that's a choice that you make, putting yourself less than. When you don't value yourself, when you don't know really your own powers, or you're in a place of still, you're just opening up and you're just like, what is life? What is this shit really? What? And you understand the layers and the parts of yourself that are unfolding, that you are like a tree shedding leaves in the fall. You have to shed these things for them to protect your roots. And your roots will reconsume them and retransform them. And they will go and those leaves will bloom all over again, just as beautiful. This is what life is. It does not stop just because you're stuck. And for me, being the type of empath that I am, 32, wow. The empath that I am, that's 5'5", that's 10. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. This is just, it is what it is, and I'm still ducktailing and trying to get through this. And the message itself is love yourself, be yourself. If you know yourself to have wild energies, know yourself, accept that about yourself. Tame it to an extent to you are able to master it. Not somebody else that you should not act like that. You should not be like that. You should not feel like that. You should not fix your face to look like that. You should not even have that kind of energy. What's wrong with you? You're supposed to be a loving, compassionate human. Well, sometimes the loving, compassionate human in me needs a guardian. And that guardian energy, essence, comes out as Spirit of White Wolf, and she's going to bite that ass. Or Sekhmet. Sekhmet is more the one that bite that ass. Grandma White Wolf just clarifies the hell out of stuff. She just clarifies the hell out of it. I mean, I don't care how much chaos or how smoky or how unclear. She said, "Give it here, baby." And you give it to her. Can you see now? Yes, Mama, I see. I see what I need to see. I feel what I need to feel. And I realize how wrong I was in not seeing it, but I know that I was not going to see it until you did what you did. And that's divine intervention. So I have to take it that way because what I'm feeling right now will not allow me to keep walking in them shoes that I was walking in. It won't allow me to keep going that way foolishly, la da da, la la la. Okay, mama, if I fall, you'll pick me up. I got the strength. I can do it. I can do it. What's the lesson? What's the lesson? What's the lesson in this? And you're so busy looking for somebody else to give you a lesson and everything coming from somebody else that you're not taking inventory of yourself. How much of you are you losing? How much of you are you selling off? How much of you are you giving away? How much of you are you ignoring? How much of you are you letting them kill you? How much? And why? Are they more worthy of love than you? You got to prove you what? You got to prove you're a goddess to somebody? You got to prove you got what it takes to love them? You got to prove that you know what a relationship is? You got to prove that you can be nurturing? You got to prove that you can be what the hell they want you to be, the way they envision you. Okay? Not who you are, because they don't see you. They don't see you. And don't take it personal. They haven't been taught to look at people like that. Same way you judged, your situation, and you had to have this divine intervention to come and show you that you have been judging and you have been looking at people and you have been dismissing them based upon some bullshit. And I have been dismissing romantic encounters, romantic, not just romantic encounters, but growth from the connection, from the association, from the vibrations and frequencies of a sacred masculine alpha male. And I realize that. And like I said, when you come across it after being denied it for so long, it really, you really have to sit back on your ass and be like, damn. And I've been putting up with no communication. For what? For what? I've allowed this. You get what you put into it. And what you allow. If you don't teach somebody that they got to communicate with you in a certain way, they won't know. But if you keep saying it and saying it and saying it and saying it, and ain't nothing happening, then you the fool for keeping yourself in that situation, for allowing yourself to be ignored. You can't blame them for ignoring you. They're being themselves. And they're giving you what you allow. So if you allow them that, they think that's what you want. That's how you roll. And that you speak in this, you speak in forked tongues, girl. You all over the place with you and your parts. You don't know what the hell you want. Nah, motherfucker, you ain't listening. Okay? You're not listening. You're not hearing. You're not feeling my heart. If you did, you would see me. You would know who I love. You would know what I love. You wouldn't have to doubt. You wouldn't have to question. You would be on your shit. Nobody else could sit up here and have me look at another man and say, damn, that's a fucking alpha right there. And here I am, protecting my damn self, caring about my damn self. And like, oh, I'm in a relationship. Oh, the good ship. Lollipop. Is that woman enough for you? Is that grown enough for you? Is that wolf enough for you? Fuck you. I'm not settling for less anymore. Venus retrograde. I am all goddess, baby. Waking up, remembering, knowing, being told, being guided, being led. Here I am wanting a conversation, and I'm listening to you speak back my own words to me. And like I said, having this conversation with this awakened man really showed me what I'm missing the fuck out on. Really showed me the amount of passion that can be ignited with the kind of conversation that is truly satisfying to the divine feminine within me, to the divine feminine goddess within me. Speak to her, seduce her, get to know her, bring more of her out of me. That stranger, that stranger gave me a gift, a treasure that I am going to treasure and that I am going to be, nah, baby, the bar is right here. Okay. Divine intervention showed me where the bar has to be. It has to be here. Has to be here. Eye level with me. Has to be here. Okay? Can't be here saying the same shit I'm saying and not saying nothing, not feeding me back. You bird feeding me with my own regurgitated shit. I can't get full like that. I can't get fat like that. I can't get fine like that. I can't be my goddess self like that because there's no nourishment in that for me. You didn't chew all the nourishment and swallowed it and everything else. What you giving me is what? So I'm good. Like I said, yesterday really taught me some things. I got the my beard gone and my mustache gone and my beard gone and I got my nails done and just these simple, simple little things elevated me, my mood, my spirit, my wisdom, my self-love, my self-esteem went through ping, orgasmic bliss. with a conversation, okay? With a stranger. And you think you protecting me and being a man and keeping me safe and warm, and another can roll up on me like this and have this kind of effect? Baby, like I said, I've been in that damn cave way too long. I really did forget some shit. And what I forgot is what I just remembered. What a fucking goddess I am. I love me, and I'm about to love the hell out of me, baby. About to love the hell out of me. So, yeah, mom about to get loose. she she about to get jiggy with it again. She about to get real jiggy with it again. When I got to be the one, if I got to be the alpha, and I got to be out here doing it all, scraping and I done been out here like that. I done been that single mama. I done been that alpha wolf, baby. And I'm taking it off to, you know, oh, I need a man. I want to, not that I need a man, but I want a man. Okay, I'm going to have to tone it down some to get a man. Okay, I'll tone it down. I'm quiet, I'm meek, I'm okay. See? That's how it was yesterday. And this man is like, I, I see you. That ain't you. That ain't you. That ain't you. I see that alpha bitch and you bring her to the table. That's who I want to talk to. And I'm like, focus, Valerie. You're being good. You're not doing, you're, but that alpha bitch, she heard that call. Woo! That heifer heard that call, honey. She heard that divine call of her pack to get wild and loose again. And she's like, okay, Prissy Missy got to go somewhere because we not finna ride that boat. That ain't going where I need to go. That boat ain't for me. That boat ain't for me. Prissy Missy is just a part. She is not the whole. She is not even holy. She's just a part, and you have been forgetting yourself, denying yourself, being less than you are. Because when things don't go your way, or someone, keep it real, when family don't treat you a certain way that you think you should be treated because of your programming, you lose it. And then to go figure shit out, you go put yourself in a 3-year prison and lock yourself down. And then you think, "Oh, well, maybe all I need is a relationship and to stop being by myself and somebody who can understand me and understand what I need and understand my kind of love and who I am and what my gifts are and what my flaws are and will let my demons come out every now and then and play with them and whatever and that'll be that." And I'm good. Only it's not good. It's really bad. It's really bad. It's really bad when you can, you know, to think I was going to cancel going because she said she was bringing a friend. And I had to literally have a cussing out session with my damn self, with this self that was like, "Nah, we just gonna stay here. We don't want to go. We was just gonna go with Laurel. We didn't know we was gonna be having to see somebody and be in somebody's face and deal with their energy and we didn't sign on for that. We didn't know that's gonna make us uncomfortable. We ain't got time to be doing our hair right and lipstick and makeup and what we gonna wear and I don't know them and I don't know them." And I was like, "You don't know half of them people that you deal with online, but you don't have a problem associating and connecting and being there." And I had to really understand that before I get online, I'm preparing myself. Okay. Before I go into stores, I'm preparing myself. Before I go out the door, I'm preparing myself. Valerie, whatever you're going to do, you got this. You know how to fucking prepare yourself and take care of yourself. Why are you going around like you some beta wolf that needs somebody to do everything for you or point you out to do it or whatever? You are a fucking leader. Have you forgotten who you are? Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. I did. I became Valerie Ames and forgot all about Mother Wit and Tia my aunt and blah, 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 blah. Okay? Valerie Ames is the one that has to be follow the programming. Valerie Ames is the one who is politically correct and wants to blend and wants to fit in and cares. And cares. Okay? And cares about just and only being Valerie Ames. And Valerie Ames is what the moment calls for. She is the vessel that is in the situation. What comes forth and what goes through her is spirit interacting. But when she gets stuck in that, I can't listen to my guides, I have to focus on this, and that, and I can't see anything else. I have to, have tunnel vision. I can't use my sight beyond sight or my instincts. I'm not trusting them really right now because this is dealing with feelings and You can't always be accurate with feelings. And so you judge yourself less than, and you operate, your energy takes on that essence. It nurtures that essence because it is your desire to suffer. It is your desire for that pain because that pain is what? That unrequited love is what? Familiar. What's the main word in familiar? Family. Dysfunctional family. So if the love don't feel right and it's not inclusive, and that's all you've known, hey, oh, you good. You put up with it. This is the part you have to play in dysfunctional love. Play a role. Stay in your place. Be broken bitch. you know? Know your role. Know your place. Focus on your shit. You getting too uppity with this shit. Who wear the pants up in here? Baby, you can have them pants. Okay? You can have them pants. Because I take a skirt any day. Big, loose, comfortable. Let the air blow. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm good. I don't want to be a man. I'm a hell of a woman. The fuck I want to be a man for? I don't even want to be mannish. I like being female. I like being feminine. I like how it feels. I like how it is. I love the expression. I like the power, the mystery, the self-mastery of knowing your power. That's the alpha in me. And if you doubt I'm an alpha, that's on you. And I really don't give a fuck. Because if you took the time to get to know me and have a conversation with me, you would know what my alpha is about, just like I know what yours is about. And you only want to control what you fear. Okay, let's move forward. This is going to be um, the venting part. I won't even say the expressing part. This has been venting. This has been me venting. So if you're watching me vent, I hope you get something out of it because I am. I am getting me. Pieces and parts of me that that I scattered to the wind because my feelings got hurt by my family. And I felt less than coming back to Wisconsin. I felt less than a mother. I felt less than a woman. I felt less than a daughter. I felt less than a goddess. Trying to keep her head above water, baby. But, like I said yesterday, that conversation, that divine intervention woke my ass the fuck up. And I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm so freaking good. Because there have been, when you come into the understanding of what has been unfolding before you and why you haven't really been able to get in there and shift things the way you want to, or why you haven't been able to just say, fuck that, I'm gone. Why you're anchored in this situation is because you signed up for it. It still has more to teach you. And about you, not about them. I'm not here to learn about them. I was not born to learn about you or you or you or you or you or you. Outside of the understanding that you and you and you and you and you and you, especially you, we are reflections of each other, just as we are reflections of the divine. Just as there are people walking around here, atheists and not believing in God and it don't stop God from being God. It don't stop spirit from being spirit. The unseen is not, don't just disappear because some people don't see it. Come on now. And the veil is at a point where evolution is easy now, beloveds, because the truths are easily grasped. They're easily seen. They're easily felt. When something clicks, you know instinctively, mm, that was spiritual. My lunch yesterday was so very spiritual. It was so spiritual. I have never enjoyed myself spiritually that way in a conversation in a very, very, very long time. And what made it so enjoyable? There was no judgment. There was no expectations. There was no attachments. There was nothing but truth, personal truths shared with sincerity and honesty and spirit, pure spirit. That's what I felt. And it awakened something in me. I want more of that. You know, that's it. That is it. That is what it feels like. Okay, that's what I want. And now that I have had a little bit of it, got a little bit of taste of it. That was so good. I want some more. I want some more. And being me, this alpha me, that has been owned, reclaimed, she about to get it. She about to manifest the hell out of it. Because she can. Because she Juanita's daughter. That's right. She Juanita's daughters, motherfuckers. Watch. You don't know? You better ask somebody. Because we about to get it on and popping. Up in here, up in here. And if some want to say, and I can say this, I can sure say it. I am really, after yesterday, I'm feeling myself. Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, I sure am. I sure am. Let me put it this way. My dragon energy got activated. It got activated yesterday. That I'm not going to say that. I am not going to say that. Okay, my parts is something else. Okay, I'm sorry. That's just okay. I have to share it. They're saying I have to share it. You about to let your freak flag fly? And I'm like, no, hell, I'm not. No, what? Alpha can handle it. Let the alpha handle it. Let the alpha handle it. Trust and believe. Everything you receive is what you have given and is what you deserve. All the times that you denied yourself, all the times that you sacrificed, all the time that you said, no, I can wait. I can wait. I can do it out. Or you cared more for another's feelings than you did your own. Or you put somebody else first. Or you gave them your last because you know what it is not to have. And you wanted them to see and to know that there is love in this world, divine love. And that divine love will find you and it will give you what you need. You just have to be willing to receive it and empty enough to get what you need. And emptying yourself, beloveds, is not always easy because we have the ego mind that tells you, you better hold on, you ain't gonna get nothing else. This is as good as it's gonna get. You better just deal with what you got. What you got, you know. You know you don't want something you don't even know. You don't know what to expect. You don't know. This you know about. You know how to to be the boss in this situation. You know how to ride this situation. You know how to fly this plane. You done flew it many times before. You the navigator, the pilot, and the whole fucking fleet. So what you doing? Don't you want to learn how to fly something you ain't flew before? Yeah. Hell yeah. Mm-hmm. Where I sign up at? You sign up by being your most authentic self. By housing those parts of you who have been victimized. Those parts of you that feel sadness, lack, shame, guilt, low self-esteem, putting everybody first, being caretaker to the whole world except for yourself. Because that's what you was born to do. That's why you see things different. That's why you know things different. Because you was born to take care of everybody else. That's a lie. I was born to learn how to take care of me. How to find the treasures within me. How to unlock them. How to dig them up. How to give them away. How to receive them back when they come back to me. How to recognize them even if their essence is different. The expression is the same. The energy that you can be made to feel is the same. This stranger I met, oh, I felt that energy before. Oh, yes, the hell I have. And it did just what it was meant to do. Sister Wolf, wake your ass up. You are alpha, baby. What the fuck's wrong with you? Being meek and mild and mealy mouthed. You ain't never in your life cowered like that. That's sheep mentality. Wolves are bold. Wolves know how to be themselves. They're very comfortable being themselves. And they know that untamed part is mastered. And it only comes out when it needs to. Other than that, we sweet, we playful, we friendly, we about family. That's it. And that's all we want. That's all we want our mate to be about. That's all we want our pack to be about. That's what we want our environment to be about. This kind of life, this kind of energy, living it out loud, wild and free. From a human spiritual perspective of maturity. Wow, I look like my mama right now. Wow. All right, that is going to do this portion of the video. Then we will come back with see what the cards say. And we actually have a new deck. So, it's the chakra deck. So, get ready. I can't wait to see what these cards got to say because, like I said, this little rant, this little venting has done such justice for me. I feel so, you know how when you just haven't been feeling yourself and you can't really say what is off, it's just something's off. And then you all of a sudden come to the realization of what, you know, what is off. So let me leave that alone because that is jacked up. That's why it's back there in the ponytail. We get to the place where we forget sometimes how beautiful and how special we are, and that is enough. And for us to develop and work on those things that give us the most pleasure. What gives me the most pleasure is being connected with spirit and being able to express what I receive without so much of my own influence on it. My own perceptions and my own perspectives and my own feelings. I want to be able to give it as pure and as clean as I can. That is what gives me the most pleasure. And learning how to do that better that's my goal. And that is what the alpha in me has been put on track to find, to manifest, to make happen. And now that I know exactly the energy that is going to take, I am so ready. And I want to thank everybody who I have encountered along this path, along this journey. And I thank you. And I may say some things that may scratch or claw or cut or wound. But you know, in my heart, I don't mean that stuff. That's just part of me being a bitch. 'Cause I can. Simple as that. Simple as that. Knowing myself and knowing that about me. But like I said, when you know me, you know all of me. And you're able to deal with all of me. Or choose not to deal with all of me. Or tell me to my face, Valerie, I ain't finna deal with that. No, no, no. That's some of your alpha.